How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have, well, one from a hobby master, something unusual, but we do have ourselves something unusual. It is a Douglas A-1 Skyraiders, and this particular Skyraider is from the South Vietnamese Air Force, also referred to as the Republic of Vietnam Air Force, or the RVNAF, or even the VNAF, as ours says right here. And this is from the 1st Squadron in 1963, obviously during the Vietnam War conflict. Now, the RVNAF was created in 1951 with a few hand-picked pilots to fly with the French pilots during the State of Vietnam era. Now, officially becoming a South Vietnamese Air Force in 1955, it would actually become one of the world's largest air forces at the height of its power. It was often overshadowed, though, by the United States Air Force during the Vietnam War, of course. But the eventual fall of Saigon in 1975 would also see the end of the RVNAF. Now, 248 of their aircraft would escape to Thailand, with the North Vietnamese Army, or PAVN, capturing 877 RVNAF aircraft. Our particular Skyraider here, as you see, was from the 1st Fighter Squadron, which would be later designated the 514th. Now, this particular Skyraider would be shot down by ground fire while providing close ground support in 1972. Let us open it up. I love that sound. Good old Velcro. It does have the information in the flap, and of course the big old Skyraider sitting in there. The Vietnamese actually called this the crazy water buffalo. Well, let's stop looking at this water buffalo in the box and let's release it. All right, we'll quickly get this out and get our grubby little hands on it. Alright, so it does come with a stand, as per usual with Hobby Master. That is what this stand does look like. It is all plastic. And it does come with a big packet, or baggie, full of the ordnance that we do need to put on. That is going to be fun. And of course the gear down options there, and well, gear up options there, and you do get a little pilot figure. There's no instructions for the ordnance, so you could either guess where to put the ordnance or do what I did and jump on the Hobby Master website. We'll lift that up and we should be able to lift this out, hopefully. Got to get the poppage, which, oh yeah, that's it. Got it beautiful. All right, we'll have a quick squiz at it before we throw it together. Oh, you can see all the slots for all that beautiful ordnance we're going to be putting together. This is the before the A-10 hog. These things were great for close ground support and also search and rescue and providing cover for downed pilots. They were very synonymous with that. But the overall details, we'll have a look underneath first. We'll zoom in. Obviously, that's the stand area for where the stand's going to go in. And yeah, where we're going to put our gear down options. There is some great detail on those blades, and there's a little bit of detail inside the engine. Wow, the blades do spin beautifully. On top, you can see the well, the markings for the RVNAF, which is pretty cool. It does have like a little motif on the front cowl there, which does look very nice. Yeah, I think this just slides back. Yes, it does. And you can sort of see a little bit of detail in there. It's really hard to see. The panel lines are really nice, though. It does look fantastic. Let's see if we can see the gauges. You can just slightly see the gauges there, which does look nice. A little bit of seat detail. But overall, it does present really well, as per usual. These I've got a couple, but in American markings. But it's always good to get something in some markings that are a little bit different, a bit of an unusual and rarer sort of livery. And this does not disappoint. I reckon it looks fantastic. So, all right. Speaking of disappointing, let's not disappoint you in flight, guys, and quickly set this up in flight and come right back. All right, here we have it set up in flight. Boy, oh boy. That was fun. Look, all the ordnance went on perfectly. No hassles whatsoever, but there is a lot to put on, which is awesome fun. It is great. All those bombs and the rocket launches, they went on beautifully and look absolutely insanely good. How cool does that look? And of course, you put that tank there. It does cover that stand hole, so you know what's going to happen when we want to put it on the stand. I put the little South Vietnamese pilot in there, which is the generic pilot that even the American pilots look like that. And that is set up for in-flight. Looks fantastic. There is a little cover that you put in there as well, and there are two gear bay door covers there and there. One thing you've got to be careful when handling this model, and when you've got it upside down, is your hand's going to be really close to that. So, because like when I was doing it, you had it upside down like that, trying to assemble the bits. Be very careful that you don't break that, because I reckon that'll be bloody easy to do. The arrestor hook does not move around. That's just in a fixed location. It is separate, but you can snap that off if you feel like it, but I would not recommend that. And of course, you want to put it on the stand, so we will grab that stand, and that's where you stick it. Stick it in your stand hole, and that is your Skyraider precariously mounted on that stand. I am not a fan. It is, yeah. But for you in-flight guys, that is your cross to bear. But the propeller spins fantastically, so if you like to do what I'm doing, you could sit there all day doing that. But I will not, because what I want to do is set this up for gear down. So you in-flight guys, done and dusted, we will do the gear down option. Let's do it on camera. This is actually, I think, the last... well, the most recent, I don't know if it's the last one for him, but is the most recent Skyraider from Hobby Master. This particular model right here. How easy is that they're gonna get to? Can we? Yes, we can. All right, that does sound like Bob the Builder or something like that, doesn't it? You put the tail wheel in there. Once again, be very careful that you don't break that aerial. We can put our plug in for the stand hole cover. I think that is in all right. You can put your landing gear options in. The wheels, it wobbles. I don't want to turn it too much, so I will say they don't turn, because it does not. That one doesn't want to turn at all. So I would say they don't turn, but man, they got a lot of detail on there. How cool does that look? Even inside, a lot of detail in there. And of course, you can chuck this back on. Yes, because us gear down people, we go through the pain of setting it up, which means we deserve to keep our central ordnance on, and that is your Skyraider on the deck, on its gear, looking majestic. You don't realise how big these things are for a piston fighter. The pilot in there is only small. These things are really huge. You don't really realise it until you get something, an aircraft that you know more familiar next to it. Let's weigh it. Let's see how much this big beast does weigh. On the scales, we have 315 grams. That is not too bad for a piston engine 1/72 scale fighter aircraft. That's more of a 1/48 scale weight. I reckon this does look fantastic, though. Hopefully you do agree. Yep, I like these aircraft. If you found the video helpful, of course, don't forget, hey, throw those on my way. I will wind up the video. Don't forget to drop a comment below if you've got something to say about what hit your face today. And, hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please feel free to do that. Now I'll take some photos of this, throw them on at the end of the video, and you can check it out without my sausage fingers all over it. I do appreciate you all dropping past to check out another one of my videos. I hope it helped you in some way. All right, thank you so much for watching, and you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.